What's up, YouTube? Hudson Fan 15 back with another mail day. Starting off, I did something I have not done before. I joined through eBay a buy the player group break. It was a $20 case of Prism Baseball. I bought the Tim Hudson spot for the minimum. Only ended up with 5 base, but I figured since a lot of the parallels that are like 149 and less are selling for more than what the break spot was, I'd give it a shot. Only got a stack of base though. It was worth a shot with all the parallels, all the way down to 2 that are still out there. So it was fun. It was fun to watch, and might do it again. Did get a best offer buy on a tie-dye Prism. That is 43 out of 50. Just got through watching hours and hours worth of fights. The event Wednesday night, headlined by Frank Mir. Bellator, which was actually in Connecticut on Friday night, and I'll get to something about that. And then the Scotland event yesterday. A bunch of the Stadium Club. Got the black foil parallel Tim Hudson. And then worked out a deal with the same seller for the following 2. These 2 are from the same seller. That one wasn't. The gold parallel, and then the members only stamp parallel, which is not serial numbered, but I understand is an SP27. So got that I got the 2 of these shipped together from Hawaii for a very reasonable price. So thank you to that seller for accepting my offer. And a 3-color patch, 34 of 50, 2004 Fleer Patchworks. And on to some MMA. These 2 are from the same seller. Got 2014 champions. The California Kid base parallel nickname variation, which is an SP. And the blue parallel out of 88. There you go. After his win, I had this on I found this, and now I've got it up on eBay. I pulled the trigger actually right before he ended up winning the title. 2013 Bloodlines Irish flag parallel Conor McGregor rookie parallel. That is numbered out of 188. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. And I got a mail day from AJ, not SNYEguy. See, I started writing that, and I realized it's not SNYEguy now. He was kind enough to, he'd listed this card with the best offer, and then he was kind enough to, I guess, forego a better offer and sell it to me. 2015 Bloodlines red parallel 2 of 8 Cowboy Donald Cerrone. I lost like 3 in a row of these, each one for a little bit more than the previous one, and I guess this guy was just trying to run around and win them all. So AJ was good enough to make sure that one ended up in my PC, so I appreciate that, sir. Link to him on Combat Cardboard is in the description box, and then all his other contact information is from there. And another Donald Cerrone pickup, the 2010 Leaf Purple Parallel Auto to 25. And homeboy does not know how to stay on sticker. So I'm going to close with something that I just posted on Combat Cardboard. I'm going to try to kind of tell the story the same way. So getting ready for work Wednesday of this week, I hear that they are going to have a very special guest in studio. I come bursting out of the bathroom. Now this radio station is the next town over, and it's, I wouldn't say on the way to work, but close enough. So that factors into this as well, because we had to be at work at 8:30. So this was like 7:35 in the morning. And I come running out of the bathroom into the bedroom. My wife is just starting to stir and just her eyes to the light. And I say, D, how fast can we get to PLR? She stammers a bit and she says, 20 minutes? I said, okay, let's go. So while she's getting herself together quickly, I look around and I realize that I've sold a couple cards of this guy. And in doing so, between that and the contest and everything else, I inadvertently given away every base card of this guy that I had. So I grab a dummy card and a Sharpie, run outside. She's going to drive. So they then say that they are going to be taking calls. So I decide that I'm going to try to call in. And I get through. And the producer is an MMA guy. And the producer knows his stuff, apparently enough, because I told him what I wanted to ask him, and his exact words were, "That's perfect, hold on." And then he gets my information, and they do an interview segment with him, and then they say that they're going to go to a break, and then a song, and then they're going to take the calls. So he checks in with me during the break, and we're getting off of a highway exit, and we're going to start navigating back roads over to the radio station. So we're on the back roads and the song ends. They put me up when we're about to take the turn onto the road that the radio station is on. So I go through my whole thing asking him this very long question. And after I show you the last thing here, I'll explain what that was. And then as he's answering it, we're pulling into the parking lot of the building. So I'm trying to see if I can get one more. They cut me off before I can as we're trolling around the parking lot. So I put the phone down, and first thing I see, I look up, is a very obvious car service black SUV with out-of-state plates backed up near a door. So I tell the wife to pull in about 3 spaces away from where they're parked. And I think the driver kind of figured out what the hell was going on, especially when I got out and I was just leaning against the car and we're listening to the rest of his questions. So a couple minutes later, the back door pops open, and I shout, "Hey, do you mind if I come over?" He says yes. I said, "Hi, my name's Tom from West Haven. We were just talking on the radio." "Oh, okay." So, "Do you mind signing?" And I hand him the dummy card and the Sharpie. And he says, "Sure." And Randy Couture, MMA Hall of Famer, UFC legend, ambassador for MMA everywhere, and actor in the wildly successful Expendable movies, signs for me IP, and I'm the only one there. Now, he was there promoting the fact that he was going to be doing a meet and greet at Bellator's event Friday night, and I'm sure he signed hundreds of other times, and for people, whatever else, but none of them have that story. So the question I asked him was, one of the biggest what-if scenarios in MMA history was when you were a free agent in 2008 and 2009, trying to get you and Fedor in the same cage. He has also just announced this past week that he is making a comeback. So two-part question is, what do you think the fight would have been like with him then, and what would it take for the two of you to get in the ring and do the fight now? And he basically gave the same stock answer that he has for years about, I lobbied to make this happen, it wasn't meant to be, this, that, and the other thing, and didn't really give me anything new as far as I could tell, as far as an answer goes. And then he basically just said at 52 years old, it's probably not going to happen. So I managed to land one of the biggest legends in the sport in person, without having to schlep all the way to the casino and pay for tickets for an event that was okay. I mean, the Brennan Ward fight was entertaining. The title fight was So, pretty glad the way it went, and then off to work we went. We made it to work on time, on top of everything else. So, I have that going for me. So I document it on the back of it, because it's just for me, where, when, what it is, and that's it. So I want to thank AJ, not SNYEguy, for the deal. I want to thank Randy Couture for not beating my ass for rolling up on him in the back of a radio station parking lot. And that'll about do it. Alright, YouTube. Peace.